Good morning, everyone. I'd like to introduce a setting today of Psalm 23. And you might ask, does the world need another setting of Psalm 23? I could probably name a dozen settings, really fine settings, very usable settings. And perhaps the world does need another setting of Psalm 23. And certainly composers, I think, need new settings of Psalm 23. It's probably one that a lot of composers cut their teeth on, so to speak. I know a number of composers have set Psalm 23 as maybe their first foray into psalm writing. It comes up a number of times in the lectionary. It's a very well-known psalm. Most Christians know at least a few of the verses of Psalm 23. It's widely used for funerals. It's very suitable for the anointing of the sick. It's suitable for baptism, suitable for confirmations. Just the imagery is so rich in the psalm. My head you have anointed with oil, ideal for confirmations, ideal for baptisms. You have prepared a banquet for me, ideal for Eucharist. So it covers certainly the sacraments of initiation. And as I said, it's also suitable for funerals. It's a multi-purpose psalm. It has so many uses. So my setting, I've set this psalm three times. Probably one of my first psalm settings, Lord, You're My Shepherd, way back in 1997. Then I set the paraphrase setting, The King of Love My Shepherd Is. And then this setting, which is actually much simpler. This was set for the Scola in school where I work. And it's really simple. It's just, let's just take a quick look at it. It's for Cantor Assembly SAB Choir. Always useful to write for SAB Choir and organ. And here it is. Here, I'll just bring it up a little bit. Oh, way too much. There you go. So there's our refrain. It's so easy. That rising seventh there at the very beginning, and then it just works its way downwards down to the final notes there, and then psalm 10 verses. So you have four phrases, as you can see. Now, what you do in these two verses, where you have verse 1 and verse 2, which are irregular, well, simply, my little instruction there, if you have a 6-line stanza, such as verse 1, you repeat the third and the fourth bars of the psalm tone. And for the 5-line stanza, you repeat the fourth bar of the tone. So it's and then the last two verses are as they're printed. So let's take a quick look at it, and we'll do maybe verses 1 and 2 just to show you those irregular verses. So the refrain is there, and the psalm tone verse is there as well. Straight in verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want. Fresh and green are the pastures, where he gives me repose. Near restful waters he leads me, to revive my drooping spirit. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want. He guides me along the right path. He is true for the sake of his name. Though I should walk in the valley of the shadow of death, no evil would I fear, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff will give me comfort. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want. So, and then the other two verses then are just the 4-line verses. So it's really easy setting. Maybe you might just have to kind of deliberate, for these little weak accents. No evil would I fear, or no evil would I fear. So you can kind of play around with that psalm tone yourself. So I hope you enjoyed that. As I said, very, very useful setting. Just trying to bring up my screen and I can't. Let's not worry about it. Anyway, very, very useful setting, and it's available from Cherrybook Music. There's a page on Psalms, so cherrybrookmusic.com/Psalms or something like that, and it's actually available for download because it's a really easy setting and it's just condensed into one page, so you can download that to your heart's content. Okay, so enjoy, and thanks very much. Take care now.